Does domestic violence matter in a family law case? Hi, my name is Katie Carter. I'm a Virginia-based family law attorney, and I've spent the last 14 years representing women exclusively in divorce, custody, and support cases. And domestic violence is one of the things that I deal with almost every single day. When I was a brand new baby lawyer, I think I thought domestic violence was more of a fringe issue, that it would show up in some cases, but not all the time. But the reality is that there is so much more domestic violence than most people realize. So this isn't a niche question. This is a common question, and one that women in particular really need answers to. And I think it's important to remember there's a difference between a number of different strategies that you might employ in a divorce or a child custody case when it comes to domestic violence. Virginia is a state that allows for both fault-based and no-fault divorce. So if you had domestic violence, you could use cruelty or apprehension of bodily hurt as your grounds for divorce, at least to get into court. I think it's pretty clear that if you wanted to finalize your case based on domestic violence, you would need to be able to prove some sort of physical abuse happened. But that doesn't mean you need to prove physical abuse to file on those grounds and to get into court, and that can be a strategic choice. It's also a factor in child custody cases. In particular, factor number 10 in Virginia is such other forms of family violence, other factors that the court needs to consider. So it's just sort of a catch-all provision that you could use to allege that the violence, whether it was physical, emotional, financial, or whatever, has risen to a level that dad having custody to the particular amount that he wants, particularly standard that he wants, is not in the child's best interest. So I think there's a lot of different things you could do here and a lot of different considerations to keep in mind as you move forward with your family law case. But domestic violence, it does matter. It's just a question of how we move forward with it and what evidence we use to present our case, what we're asking the judge to do specifically. So talk to an attorney and figure out your plan moving forward, and you will be in as good of a position as possible.